It's May! How many of those Justin Timberlake "It's Gonna Be May" memes have you seen scrolling across your feeds already? I am the most unlikely video blogger, but I have loved getting the opportunity to share my goals with you since I started my business. Those started out on the blog, they've moved over here too, but I've loved that it's given me a chance to connect, engage, and serve you because so many of you are so kind to post your own links, your own recaps below, so I can check those out. So please do that anytime as you watch this. Let's dive into a review of April and I'll tell you what I have going on in May. Hey guys, welcome to another episode. My name is Ashlyn Carter. I'm the calligrapher and the copywriter behind the brand Ashlyn Writes. I help creative entrepreneurs and women just like you work from a place of rest, not hustle. So around these parts, I use a tool called Powersheets that really help me dig in, set grace-filled goals, and go after the things in life that actually matter. Yes, I talk about them a lot because I really love them, and if this is something that you're interested in learning more about, I will link a playlist right up here. I'll link it below as well, and I'm gonna also link below if you want to peruse and see if this is even a tool that would help and serve you. Before I dive in, I do want to say I do these videos in tandem with Trena, my incredible YouTube coach, and also with Allie Walker of The Social Walker. I will link those videos below as well if you're interested in seeing how other women, maybe like you, set goals and go after things. I'm going to kick things off with 3 big highlights in April. The first one is that we hit our first 6-figure launch. Yay! That was crazy and I was so excited about it. Let me back up and explain. So I'm a conversion copywriter, which means I write a lot of sales pages, a lot of email sequences, and a lot of funnels. I had maybe a little bit of always a bridesmaid feeling because I do get to help out entrepreneurs who are years into their business, and we have multiple 6-figure launches that in turn enable them to pay their team really well, to go on and build other products and services, to take some time off and actually rest. So that has been so fun to get to help them over the years, but I've never had one of those of my own. We worked really hard, we learned a lot, we messed up a whole lot, and I learned I could not do it without a team. But we ended up going $50,000 over our goal, which was a big win for me. And we also welcomed in 238 new students that I am so excited to get to serve on and love and to get to teach everything that I know. Before I move on to the second big win, I want to make a point that that was the 4th product launch of that product that we did. So I feel like sometimes people talk about big numbers out there, which I didn't even know that profit and revenue were different at first when I didn't know anything about business. But I do want to point that out because I think that it's important to realize it took us 4 times to get there. 4 times of plugging away, making a ton of mistakes and learning for those. So maybe just take that as encouragement. Keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, head down, eyes up, and then just give it some time and give it some space and some patience. Second big win in April, I survived a week of speaking 2 times in 1 week. Can't say I will do that again, but it was a whirlwind and really fun. The first conference I went to was in Waco, Texas at a Loom retreat. That was actually the very first creative conference that I attended when I was starting my business, and it really set me on the right trajectory and path. So I was so honored to get to go back to that as an alumni speaker. And then I also got to speak at She Did It Her Way in Chicago, which was so fun as well. Third big win, I secured a talk with Creative Live. I am very excited to teach on that platform, mostly because as with many things, it's a little sentimental. I used to save up and buy those $30 and $40 and $50 classes when I was planning on leaving my corporate job and starting my own business. So I learned a lot from that website, and I'm really excited to get to go out to San Francisco and film my own class. Okay, those were the big wins, but a lesson I learned this month was to do what you say you will do. So my first job out of college, I traveled as a consultant for a sorority, and that meant that I did a lot of leadership development. Somebody at some conference along the way handed us a card, and on the back it said, I had to write it down, DWYSYWD, do what you say you will do. I feel like that phrase haunted me a little bit this month because it was a big, busy month. And I feel like I learned the hard way a few times that I don't always do what I say I will do. I definitely break promises and don't meet people's expectations and let people down on things that I said that I would do or get to them on time. So that's just a lesson that I'm continuing to learn, that I need to say no way more than I say yes, and I need to always make sure I follow through and do what I say I will do. feel like I need to find that card and put it back in my pocket. Maybe we all need to do what you say you will do card in our back pocket. Okay, moving on to how I did with my goals. Some of my big goals were to survive the launch and hit my numbers. Also to start a vegetable garden. I did some things on my list and I definitely did not do other things on my list. So let's flip the camera around and look at that. Okay, here is a peek at April's goals. So the first thing, and I want to explain, I do this a lot, I learned this from Todd Herman. It's kind of like good, better, best goals. So I've liked it because even if I hit this number, I would have gotten to fill it all the way till the end. Some of us who are type A, that may be appealing. So when you go really above it, you get to fill it in all the way too, but it's nice to know that even if you just hit that, you can. So did that. I also tried to color code my goals this month. That was fun, but I don't know if I'll do it again. I just like using stickers sometimes. I did plant a vegetable garden. That was my launch reward, and so fun. I know nothing about gardening, so that was a cool like personal experiment to figure out a hobby. I read 3 books, didn't read that one, and yeah, missed out on some other goals, hit some other ones, and I'm also trying to outsource a little bit more to my team and learn how to delegate better, so that was a big theme of the month. I also want to point out I didn't go to the gym very much. It's so pretty outside, and I just love running when the air feels like it does, and everything is green and growing, so didn't do that as much. But yeah, those are the big things that happened in April. So moving on to the month of May, we have some really fun things going on this month, some big family adventures, and also a lot of trips, a lot of traveling. So trying to balance that again with work and real life. And to look at May's goals, and this is something you may be interested in, I keep a deferred list of tasks. Every month I move them over here, and if they need to go away, then they go away. If I have written it like 4 months in a row, and I probably am not gonna do it, but that's what this side of the page is, just if you're wondering. But as far as everything over here, so I have also loved using the stickers. Let me show you that sticker book. Laura Casey's team was so sweet to send me one of these new Cultivate Faith sticker books, and they have some really great reminder stickers in them if this is something that you're interested in. I have used them all in my simplified planner, but I've also used them in here too. That's where that comes from, so I wanted to show you that. But the first goal, Jen Willikins, some of you know, she is just my favorite Bible study teacher. Everything is very expository and like digging into scripture. It's not a lot of fluff, and I love that. I also want to try a cut flower garden, and we pretty much, as beautiful as it is outside, have like concrete in my redneck Walmart chair, so I'm potentially investing in some patio furniture, some other basic business goals that I'm working on, some reading goals, and then I also wanted to point out, this is something that we have had budgeted since August, and I have been too stubborn to do it. I really want to be able to pay someone for what they're good at and have that time to rest, honestly. And this is, we've gotten in a lot of marriage conversations, I'll say, about this. So I'm really trying to let go and just not be stubborn anymore and admit that I need some help here with the house. And I'm also really interested in having someone come and show me what is stylish and what looks good. I don't buy a lot of clothes. I keep things for years, but I know I should probably have someone step in. I get a little insecure sometimes when I have to speak in my old clothes. So that's something that I'm working on as well. I'll let you pause if you want to look into these a little bit more. I also wanted to point out something else. Sweet Laura Casey and the Cultivate What Matters team sent over. One of the things I'm working on is just creating some space for my soul, even just having a cup of tea at night and journaling a little more. So I'm really excited to get to dig into these journals that they sent over, a Cultivate prayer journal. So I'm thinking I may do these at night. These are what they look like on the inside. Just so excited to dig into those. This one's forgiveness, so that one's probably a really good one too, but I wanted to show you those as well. And there you have it. Those are the big things I'm working on for May. I had an attendee tell me at a Loom retreat that she loved when I got online and said I didn't do all my goals and talked about it. So, hey, Crystal and everybody, I don't do all my goals. And I hope that that encourages you and frees you up a little bit. Again, I love hearing what you are working on. So if you want to comment below with some goals that you are cultivating, or maybe you have your post of your own or a video of your own, would love if you could share that, and I will check out what it is that you're doing. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, hit subscribe and you will be the first in line to know. I hope you have such a good day. Thank you again for your time and tuning in, and I'll see you around.